Welcome to Making Mileoff. I actually can't believe this is happening. I'm actually so excited. Got my lucky London Marathon cap on because this is going to be one crazy journey. Hey, I'm Alice and I'm finally letting out the biggest secret that I've been keeping in for the past 2 years now, and the reason that I left my corporate job at Dyson. Introducing Mileoff. So I'm launching a brand in the running space, which I love so much. People have told me that I'm absolutely crazy, and I don't blame them, to be honest. This is the biggest risk I've ever taken in my life, and the odds are stacked against us as female founders. Doesn't look great, to be honest. There are twice as many male entrepreneurs in the UK as there are females, and that's probably because of the dire situation of funding. If you're looking for money to start your business, you have to be part of the lucky 2% of women that get money. The rest goes to males. And I feel like my feed shows us there's so many guys building businesses, which is honestly super cool to see, but I want to see more girls. That's why I'm documenting this whole journey. Not everyone wants to quit their job and build a brand. That's my story, but I really hope that it inspires yours, whether that's moving to a new country, going for that dream job interview, or maybe signing up for a race this year. I think we have to go for it, no matter what the stats or the small voices of doubt in our mind are saying. Only 50 years ago, they said that we couldn't run marathons. How wrong were they? No idea if this is going to fail or succeed. I've got my lucky London Marathon cap on, always. Join along on the journey to see. I've got 365 days of money saved up to make this work. So this is day one of Making Mileoff, and I can't wait to show you more. It's actually Sunday morning and I've got an hour and 50-minute long run to do, so I should probably go. So before I get into telling you more about the brand, why I'm doing it, what I'm hoping to create, I think I should give a little bit more background on me in case you're new around here. I'm going to take you on the start of my long run because I've got an hour and 50 to do today, which I haven't done that length for a while, and hopefully chatting to you will make it go a lot quicker. So I was born in the UK, and then I actually spent a few years in the US, in Ohio. We moved for my dad's job, and that was what really sparked my interest and love for travel and the desire to live and work abroad one day, which happened on my third and middle year of uni. So I was studying management and Spanish at St Andrews in Scotland, and I went to Barcelona for the best year abroad. It was super cool, and it made me want to go back. So when I left, I looked for a grad job. I joined Dyson, and as part of the graduate programme, I got to go live and work in Madrid for a year, which was super cool. And if you can't already tell, Spain is my absolute favourite place. I absolutely love it. I love the people, the food, the culture, the language. That's always been like one of my huge passions. So I finished 2 years there, and then I ended up here in Dubai, and absolutely love it. Like, how can you not? Runs here, it's absolutely stunning.
Like these frozen
I actually ended up here kind of by chance in a way. I was working for Dyson for a total of 4.5 years, and halfway through that I had the chance to move internationally for literally what was my dream role. So it was a marketing manager in the hair care category with the Airwrap, Supersonic, all of the best hair tools, working with sort of retailers like Sephora, marketing, working PR events, like the coolest job. So I jumped on the chance to come over here. I had no idea how amazing it was going to be, how cool the running routes are going to be, living with sun every day. And yeah, I've been here 2.5 years, and I left Dyson 2 weeks ago, which is absolutely mad because when I first moved over here, I don't think I ever would have thought that's how my sort of path would have gone. I have to say one thing, because when people hear Dubai, they have such a misconception of what it's really like here, and I love the sports, fitness, wellness side of it. I don't actually drink, so haven't really done any of the brunches, the boat parties, the glitz and glam, don't have a Lamborghini. So yeah, I hope that through my page I also show a bit of that slower, sporty running life. So definitely check that out if you're like, what is it really like to live in Dubai? We're over halfway, we've got about half an hour left to do. I've left my sunglasses. Isn't great, but this has been going a lot faster since I was so thank you for listening. Just want to say one more thing before we go into talking about Mileoff. why running and where does my love from running come from. So my dad is my biggest inspiration. I have memories being as little as like 3-4 years old, cheering him on the sidelines of marathons, especially London Marathon. So he always used to run for MS Society. So all my memories are us holding orange balloons, him wearing his orange vest. And I think I just always knew that I wanted to run in the future. And when I had the chance, he persuaded me to sign up for my first marathon. So I've done 3 marathons now. I've been running for about 15 years, and I definitely sort of pace them out. It's not something that's easy at all. And I've had a very up and down journey with running. I really started running, social media wasn't a thing. Didn't have Instagram, and I had no clue about nutrition or hydration. And I actually ended the first 2 marathons in the medical tent. I crossed the line and was like really not very well, and it's been a massive journey to learn what my body needs, fuel it correctly, and finally I did London Marathon this year, and it was incredible. It was tough, but it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I started my running page a couple of years ago, and I just really wanted to show these ups and downs and share all my learnings with other girls, because I would have loved to have had some of the information that I put out there at the start of my journey, and it just gives me so much joy seeing people getting into running, doing their first 5Ks, half marathons, whatever the distance is. It's all relative, it's all tough, no matter what pace you're running. So yeah, now let's go on to the brand. I'm out of breath because I'm nearly 2 hours in and we're going to finish this long run. Hello. We have had a bit of change of scenery from sunny Dubai. I am back home in the UK for Christmas, and we are in my childhood bedroom. A trip down memory lane. A friend made that for me for my 18th birthday, and oh my god, this is super cool. I made this at school. It's like an iPod speaker thing. It was, I don't know if any of you remember the craze of like Cath Gibson and these like retro speakers, but I tried to sort of make it like that. It actually works, or it did used to work like 10 years ago. I think else really cool that I found is my textiles project from GCSE, so like 14 years ago, and it's actually really funny because I was never going to do textiles. I was meant to do drama as a subject, and I remember changing my mind like really last minute at the end of the summer, and luckily there was a space, so I got onto the course. And just looking back through this project, I basically made like a coat for a festival, music festival, and just like seeing all this stuff now, like I remember how much I loved making the mood boards, coming up with ideas, sketching, taking pictures on my friend of the finished product. And I obviously didn't know it then at the time, but that was obviously the start of sort of realising how much I loved like design and, you know, having an idea and making it come to life. Like literally look how much detail is in this. How long did it take me to write all of this stuff, all the sketches, all of like the product research, all of the pattern pieces, trying it out. I even got my best friend to take some photos in my garden with it. I even got my friend to take some photos in my... Anyway, I'm getting distracted, and what I really wanted to talk to you about is going more into detail about the brand. So I'm just gonna put you there and let's talk about Mileoff. Say this feels a little bit weird talking about it because I've been keeping it in for so long. It's been like I think 2 years since I first thought about the brand, since I like registered the company, started thinking about branding, names, more like brainstorming for a long time, dreaming, I'd say, rather than like actually making things happen. And then the start of this year I literally was like, okay, I've got sort of the name and everything like ready. I really want to put everything into place to make this actually a reality. Let's start with what is Mileoff. You probably already gathered a little bit. It is a running wear brand for women specifically, and I really feel like there is a gap in the market for an emerging new running brand that really focuses on female's body, the female form. I hate when I see a running vest, for example, that is unisex. Like, we have such different body shapes to men, like garment does not fit well on both of us. There are a lot of brands now who cater to lots of different sports, so they might do gym wear, tennis gear, running, basketball, and in them doing everything, I feel like they don't do running really well. So that's really what I want to do, is have running at the core of our DNA. It's our sole focus of everything we do, is to make the perfect pieces for a runner. And as a runner myself, and surrounded by lots of amazing people in the running community, I've really been listening to, you know, everyone's needs. I think every time I go on a run, you know, why doesn't this work as well as it should? Like, why is there not pockets here? Why is this rubbing? Why is this moving up? So that is sort of where the idea began to evolve from, like the female aspect, making something just for females, the fact that this needs to be 110% focused on running. Then there's another aspect, which there's so many cool aesthetic lifestyle athleisure brands that have come out which we all want to wear because they look super cool, but then they're not made out of the performance fabrics that you need as a runner, or they don't have all the functionalities that we need. So that's where I really want to bring the style and aesthetics with performance fabrics that's really focused on form and functionality. Literally, I can't go out on a run now and watch people who wear like the running belts and they're like moving up and down, they're carrying a phone in their hand because there's nowhere to carry a phone, particularly in like summer running gear, which is going to be my first collection. The idea come about, I think I've already like touched a bit on that, but really going back to the point that there are a few items specifically which I am so shocked that the big giant sportswear brands have still not managed to nail. Like, find me a good pair of shorts that has all the pockets to put in everything that you need to run a marathon in, all the gels, your phone, your keys. It doesn't exist, or it's, you know, not quite the right look. There's some shorts that I like, but they literally have 0 pockets in. You know, I want to tick all the boxes. So running has obviously exploded in the past year or so, I mean ever since COVID, and there's a few really cool running brands that are emerging. But what I found in those is that they're all male founded, so a lot of their designs are quite masculine, and I feel like there's this gap for like a runner girl's world, which is the bright beautiful colours, the hair scrunchies. How has it been so far? This year has been really tough. So as I explained with the timeline, I've been working on this for 2 years, I'd say like super intensely the past year. So I remember almost exactly a year ago, Jan 1st, I literally remember saying to myself, I have to like spend every waking minute to get this brand ready to be in a place that I can potentially leave my job to focus. I don't know if at that time I was thinking about leaving my job, but I was like, I need to have this brand launch sort of by the end of the year. This was me being naive, thinking that I could do everything in 12 months. But at the time I was like, right, I'm gonna contact a design agency to help turn my designs into the CADs, into the tech packs. I'm gonna contact suppliers, manufacturers, gonna get the samples. I'm going to do the sampling to get the final products, and hopefully by the end of 2024 we'll be able to launch, which we're quite delayed, but that's just because I just really didn't understand the timeline of how long these things take. But that's okay because I've done everything in a way that I'm not compromising on any of the final products because they need to be perfect before they launch. So everything is going sort of as quick as it can and as quick as it could do while I had a 9 to 5 or like a 9 to 7 quite demanding corporate job. So working in my job at Dyson up until literally like 3 weeks ago, which I sort of ended up leaving a little bit later than I had planned for various reasons. And so now we are really going 110% full into this, basically giving all of my time into it, which is absolutely amazing. And this year really has been like a struggle trying to do both because, you know, every weekend I had to turn down so many things to be like, I'm just focused on building this brand, doing everything that I needed to do to get it to where it is. It's literally been the coolest thing. I've learned so much already. I worked with some amazing ladies who helped me design the first collection, and then found an amazing manufacturer, got a really good relationship with my manufacturer, which was honestly one of the hardest things. I definitely want to talk more about this process and actually talk a lot more about the, you know, how did I come up with a name, how did I do the branding, how did I trademark, how did I set up a business in the UK and Dubai, sort of all of these things, which is why I'm documenting this, and we'll be sharing a lot more in sort of the YouTubes to come. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, or just more behind the brand and seeing it as it grows and evolve, then definitely subscribe and there will be a lot more of this to come. So what is the ultimate vision for Mileoff? I want more women running, loving this sport, feeling empowered, doing races, joining run clubs, running alone if that's what they love. I want them using the very best, highest technical performance running gear designed for them, designed for their bodies. They love the look of, they love the feel of, they feel confident in building out this sort of dream runner girls world. I know that a lot of that might be quite wishy-washy. It's not speaking directly to sort of what the first products are going to be. I will be launching in the UAE and the UK, and the UK will ship out worldwide, so it is going to be something that hopefully a lot of people can get their hands on wherever they are. I will be sharing a lot more in the lead up to the launch. We've still got a little bit of a way to go, but I wanted at this point to share this with you and for you to come on board for these final, well, I say final, but I still feel like there's an absolutely massive amount to do. So I've got to do the first campaign shoot, I'm ready for the launch, I've got to set up the website, still got to finalise the packaging, need to get like those samples. I already have like my designs of what I want it to look like, but need to work with a local manufacturer on that. So there's like still a huge to-do list, but I feel like this is a good time to share that whole journey with you, get your opinions along the way, because that will massively help, because it's just me, and so I do feel a lot of the time I'm sort of questioning, is this the right way to go? I always sort of send to my close friends messages and family being like, should I do this or this? So it'd be amazing to have your help. Be slowly sharing more and more like the first products, sort of the colourway to it, hopefully give a launch date. But if I've learned anything from listening to any podcasts and watching people's YouTubes who've started a brand, it's do not put a date out there until you can actually see the products in front of you, because I know there's going to be so many issues with customs, the delivery times, delays. So yeah, we hopefully will be launching in the early part of this year, but let's see. So I think that's everything for now. To the next video, to getting into more details about definitely the campaign shoot, because that is coming up. I need to do a lot of planning for that. Share with you maybe the first product that we're going to be launching, which I really hope that everyone's going to love. I think it's something that you really can't find that easily on the market. It's the one thing that everyone always asks me about. Super exciting. And I'm going to log off because it's actually Christmas tomorrow. A few things to finish up, and then I'm going to switch off for a few days, and then we have New Year, and then the video will be out and we'll be in the new year, and we would hit the ground running with everything that is Mileoff. So it's taken me quite a long time to edit this YouTube video that we're actually back in Dubai now. It's been about 3 weeks that I went home for Christmas, and I actually just completely switched off to spend time with family and friends. I wanted to come into the new year feeling refreshed. So I just wanted to end the video by saying thank you so much for anyone who has been following my journey for the past couple of years on Instagram, and just thank you in advance if you're here, if you've made it through to the end of the video, for all your support for what's to come. I can't wait to share with you more. I'm going to be hopefully posting weekly videos on here all about the journey from 2 years ago when I kind of came up with the name, the trademarking, how I set up businesses in Dubai and the UK, how I found suppliers, manufacturers, the sampling and production process, through to creating the website. I'll take you along with me on the campaign shoot that I've got in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, lots and lots of exciting stuff to come. And yeah, just be using this channel as well to have a bit of a chat. It's kind of weird because I don't have a team anymore. I left behind a lovely team at Dyson who I adore, and I really enjoyed going into the office and chatting to them every day. And so I think this might be a little bit of a lonely journey. So I think this channel will be a good way to have a chat with you and keep me some company to this whole YouTube thing. But I think if you subscribe and like and comment, it really helps. I really appreciate any of you who do that, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!